the season for the Houston Rockets. In the band, he put it in!
And he has the MLK Day single game record.
An eventful day and night in the NBA, so we need Tim Legler to help us break it down. Tim, worst loss of the season for the Lakers, so not much went right, but what went especially wrong from your vantage point?
Well, look, and LeBron said it after the game, this is going to happen in an 82-game season, and when you have two teams that have title aspirations, which both of these do, and one plays well and one doesn't, you get a beatdown, and that's what happened. But for me, I just thought this was Boston's best game of the year. They were just playing at a different pace. They were more intent on what they were doing offensively, more deliberate. They shot the ball well. All of their best offensive players had good games, which has been rare this year for them. So I just thought it was Boston at its absolute best. And, you know, when you see them on nights like this, Dan, it makes you believe that Boston could potentially win the Eastern Conference or at least give the Milwaukee Bucks a heck of a run for their money. But I'd like to see them do this more consistently.
Meanwhile, Mike D'Antoni says when it rains, it pours, and right now it's pouring on the Rockets. 4-game losing streak. What's causing all the inclement weather for Houston?
Well, if it's pouring, I'm guessing it's the hailstones that James Harden is throwing up against the backboard right now because what I've seen over the last 7 games is missed three-pointers. And when you talk about an offense that relying on one player, you are going to have a stretch where the Rockets are losing games, and that's what's going on right now. It's as simple as that. When your best player and a guy that ball dominant is shooting the ball like this, there is really no way to overcome that, and that to me is what's going on with the Rockets.
They'll try to straighten it out before the Nuggets come in on Wednesday. Meanwhile, also Wednesday, Zion Williamson making his regular season debut with the Pelicans, and he's coming back to a red-hot team. They've won 10 out of 14. What do you expect Williamson to add for them?
Yeah, I love the fact that they've already turned it around and turned the corner before he came back, because I think it takes some of the pressure off of him. They've found a rhythm now with this team, and it's a very young team, and they're playing really good basketball over the last month. And now you bring Zion Williamson to the mix. The combination of power, athleticism, the way he's built, he is made for today's NBA, the way the floor is spread. Going to be very difficult for teams to keep this guy out of the paint. And once he gets in there, he's going to finish unlike most players we've ever seen come into this league. So I'm excited for myself to watch him, for the league, for the fans. This guy's entertainment value, but he's also a very efficient basketball player. And now he's coming back to a team that has a lot of confidence. I think that's a great thing for him.
Yeah, they've made a good chunk of this run without Drew Holiday, who missed 7 games with that elbow injury. So he came back Monday, so it's almost like a 2-for-1 getting both of them back. So it's going to be an exciting night Wednesday. Tim, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
Going to see LeBron hanging out on the pike with you. As he made his way to Boston, you were very wrong because he hopped in the chopper. He got in the chopper, made the 90-mile-plus journey, landed at the Garden at 5:28. As Coach Frank Vogel talking about the rambling man earlier.
No idea. I saw him at the meeting this morning. I saw him on my phone this afternoon, and I saw him in the locker room tonight.
And that's really all that matters. He's there when he was supposed to be there. We are joined now by Dave McMenamin. So outside of his travels today, really the biggest talker about this game is the reunion of the dynamic duo in LeBron and Anthony Davis. What's the plan for Davis's return tonight?
Well, Anthony Davis will be worked back slowly into the lineup. He missed 5 games. The Lakers did quite well while he was sitting out with that backside bruise, but 28 minutes tonight will be the restriction. Frank Vogel said, simple math, 7, 7, 7, 7 each quarter. What you're going to see out of him is a heavy dose of post touches, a heavy dose of the 2-man game that they play. The Boston Celtics interior defense has struggled all season long. They're coming off a game in which they allowed DeAndre Ayton of the Suns to get whatever he wanted inside with 26 points. I think you're going to see a heavy diet of AD, even if it's not in the 30, 35-minute range.
You're certainly also going to get a healthy dose of Kemba Walker, who makes his return after missing a game with a knee injury. Dave McMenamin joining us from Boston ahead of that 7:35 tip. He's looking to do something. This is the petty part of the show that I've been teasing for the last 20 minutes that he's never done before. Dave, you know it. Kemba Walker, including
shot. Meanwhile, the Lakers' Anthony Davis, who's missed the last 5 games due to a bruised backside, is now available to play tonight against the Celtics. LA's gone 4-1 without AD, who's averaging over 27 points and 9 rebounds a game this season, including a nice comeback win in H-Town over the weekend. For more, we welcome in our Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin, who joins us this afternoon from Boston. So, Dave, what more can you tell us about AD playing tonight for the first time in nearly 2 weeks?
Yeah, Hannah, the team was certainly cautious with this injury. They avoided a major injury because it was just a muscle bruise and not a bone bruise, but they're going to work him slowly back into things. Team source tells me he's going to be on a minute restriction tonight, but certainly they were happy in the time he was out. The guys like Kyle Kuzma and Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels got to find their rhythm, get some more minutes, but certainly the team that they're going to be in the postseason and beyond, if they get to their championship goal, will revolve around Anthony Davis. So they're happy to get him back. And also the subplot of the game is you're playing against a team in the Boston Celtics that really coveted that guy for years when he was still with the New Orleans Pelicans. It's kind of the Lakers getting to puff out their chests a little bit, but we got the prize piece in this rivalry. You guys didn't.
Well, and the good news is they were able to win without him, and we just showed the reason why an America's favorite sports dad, LeBron James, who is in Springfield, Massachusetts right now to see Bronny play. They're going to tip off that game in just a bit. So what more can you tell us about his schedule for today?
Yeah, Hannah, the team, the Lakers had a meeting that ended around 11 a.m. Eastern at the team hotel. Then LeBron was able to travel to Springfield. It's about a 2-hour drive. And so, this game should wrap up, his son's game should wrap up with plenty of time for him to be able to get back to the TD Garden for the 7:30 Eastern tip and still go through his pregame stretching, his pregame shooting routine, and be good to go. Obviously, the first time he got to see his son play in person, Bronny had a steal and a late bucket to kind of seal the win down in Columbus, Ohio. We'll see if he gets that type of boost having his dad in the stands today. As the Lakers continue this road trip, there are going to be more off-court activities when they get to New York on Tuesday. I'm told a contingency for the team plans to go to the David Stearns Memorial at Radio City Music Hall, where one of the scheduled speakers is Laker great Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be there as well. Again, a big venue, and you can imagine all the people from the NBA through the decades who are going to be there to pay tribute to Commissioner Stern. Dave McMenamin, as always, we appreciate it. And this reminder, the Lakers tip off tonight in Boston with AD at 7 Eastern. Yeah, on SportsCenter, good news for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, who has missed the last 5 games due to that bruised backside, is available to play tonight in Boston. LA's gone 4-1 without AD, who's averaging 27 points and 9 boards a game this season. So how are they doing it, including that nice comeback win in H-Town on Saturday? Well, it's this fella named LeBron James.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's bumped up his points per game to 29, his assists up to 11.5 during those games without Anthony Davis.
The battle of the James. Not really, I made that up. LeBron James and James Harden, both players set the tone for their team to win. But guess what? They've teamed up with other power players, such as AD for Bron and Westbrook for Harden. And guess what? That's also changed the landscape in the West. So when the teams meet for the very first time this season, that is tomorrow night, AD should play. We do not know. We'll be watching. But you could be seeing a preview of the postseason. So let's explore the numbers between the dynamic duos of LeBron and AD with the Lakers and Harden and Westbrook of the Rockets. Our Tim Legler breaks it down.
Both the Lakers and Rockets rely heavily on their dynamic duos.
He knows Westbrook. Westbrook knows Harden.
I think that him and LeBron James are the best duo in basketball.
LeBron James and Anthony Davis are on pace to become just the second set of Lakers teammates since the merger to each average 25 points, joining Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, who accomplished the feat 3 times. James Harden and Russell Westbrook have combined to average 62 points, on pace to reach a mark no other pair of teammates has touched in over 50 seasons. But how these duos get their points is quite different.
James Harden in the clutch.
And Russell Westbrook really starting to feel it now. James lobs it up, and Davis throws it down.
LeBron has assisted to Davis 113 times, by far the most of any passer-scorer combo. They've excelled at the pick and roll, becoming the most efficient duo in pulling off that particular play.
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Conversely, James Harden and Russell Westbrook often work independently of each other, ranking first and second in points created off isolations per game. They have combined for 590 unassisted field goals, the most of any pair of teammates. But there are often pitfalls to any strong duo. Perhaps missing his fellow superstar, when Davis is on the court without LeBron, the Lakers have struggled, recording a net efficiency that would rank